Yo, it's your boy back at again with a One Piece review. This week we're doing a speed run catch up because I missed a couple of weeks because college be wildin'. Okay, we're back in class, we're back in session. I don't have a lot of time on my hands, but we're gonna run through 1025 and 1026, starting with, of course, 1025, Twin Dragons. Cover story, excellent. Usopp looking cool as hell. Kind of has Roger's getup, if I'm not mistaken. He literally looks like he's wearing Roger's clothes. Will Usopp become king of the pirates? Oh, I think so. I don't know. Anyway, onto the chapter. I'm going to bounce around here, the most important parts. Let's start with Yamato and Kaido. So last time we seen them, they clashed with their big Thunder Bagua attacks, and I was positive Yamato was going to be taken out here, but
What the dog doing?
seemingly she did a little technique here called Mirror Mountain, in which she coated herself in a sheet of ice, it looks like, and she was able to defend herself from Kaido's big bad attack. And as we see here, Kaido's dripping a bit. Hey, drip, hey! A little bit of blood coming off his face there. So Yamato is powerful as hell. Aye. Like, this is a good addition to the Straw Hat crew if she is joining, so it's nice. And I really like this technique as well. It reminds me of, I think Gaara had something similar in Naruto. Very powerful, very OP. I mean, it seemingly tanked this Thunder Bagua attack. Let's see how that goes later down, next chapter, maybe. And of course, it's just cool to see these kind of mythical Zoan techniques, because it's basically like a limitless pool you can grab from at this point, and it's cool. And Yamato definitely seems to definitively be like an ice user at this point. I think we can basically confirm that. And Yamato's pretty cool. Yamato is basically just digging into Kaido here. Hallowed Glacier slash. A nice big downward attack like that. She jumps in the air, does a little spin. Looks super cool. Can we get more of this Yamato? Because Yamato's cleaning house right now. Kaido says, "You're acting like a damned soldier of Wano," which, of course, Yamato isn't from Wano, but, you know, Yamato loves Wano. She says she's Odin, all this stuff. This line really made me think, goddamn, we really don't even know where Kaido and Yamato are from, or really what they are. Like, seemingly, as we find out later, they're part of an ogre race. So this is a new race. What does that mean? Are they some sort of relation to giants or ancient giants or something like that? I'm sure they are, but yeah, ogres race confirmed. I'm guessing it's going to just be horned guys that are ogres, but it seems pretty cool. This might be one of the races that Big Mom didn't have on Whole Cake Island. So, and of course, Kaido's kind of drilling into Yamato, basically saying friendship's a facade. You have to rule by fear, which again, very interesting philosophy by Kaido there. Waiting on that flashback, baby, waiting on it. And of course, Yamato, in a very defiant manner, smacks Kaido in the face and says, "Screw you, friends are epic. I love friends. I had friends, even though some of them died for me." It is tragic that a lot of we see here a lot of people who defended Yamato, the little Oni princess, were killed or just, didn't make it very far. Of course, Ace died on Marineford, but it's sad to see that. This was it's a bit hokey, friendship and shit, whatever. It's fine. It's very like One Piece, and I like it, and it feels very traditional. So, Yamato, if you want to join the crew, anytime, we'll take you, baby. We like friends over in the Straw Hat crew. It fits in nicely. And that panel, I gotta say, of Kaido there, when he whacks Yamato down, and then he says, "This is your fate, Yamato," looks absolutely villainous. Very cool panel. That, positioning, the way he's swinging his bat, the shading up in their face, looks just so cool. That's an ogre for you right there.
Oh, hello there!
Shout out to Kaido, very cool. And of course we get to, I would say, probably the main bulk of this chapter. Of course, Momo and Luffy flying back up to the rooftop. Oh, this was good. I feel like Oda took his time with this. He dedicated a good amount of the chapter to it, and it felt, in terms of pacing, it felt very traditional, very, Enies Lobby. It didn't speed through stuff, and I like this. Luffy's return to the top to face down the villain. It's always like a badass moment in every One Piece arc, and it's no different here. The thing here is, like, of course it's badass, he's riding in on a massive dragon, but of course Momo is a little shy boy, and he's freaking out, and he's crashing into stuff, and Luffy's just giving him that tough love attitude, and I really do love their relationship. We'll see in the following chapters. Oh, it's so good. That, like, mentorship, big brother, tough love dynamic, so good. And it really comes to a head here, I would say. This really seems like we're moving towards the climax of Momo's character. And, he's been excellent in Wano. He's probably the best developed character in Wano. And one of the best developed side characters in terms of, like, the deities of One Piece. I'd say he's up there with Vivi. For me, anyway, I really like him. He grew up, simple character, but extremely effective. And it's just so funny to see this massive dragon, which, it should be this badass epic moment. And he's just, like, crashing into stuff. Like, the fact that this massive force, this mass of of dragon is just like flying in, crashing into stuff, but like it's seemingly so badass, but he's like a coward and like breaking in stuff and like scared out of his eyes and crashing in stuff, and his eyes are closed, and it's so funny. Like it's just that perfect balance of badassery and goofiness that you can only get in One Piece. And of course, everyone sees this this going down. Well, at least Zoro and Sanji and the gang, they see this all going down. One little detail I gotta shout out. Marco on this page. If you see Marco in the background, Izo and Marco there, everyone else is freaking out. They're saying, what's with this dragon? Oh god, is that Kaido? What's going on here? Marco's just smiling his head off. He's just smiling. What is up with Marco in this area? Is it confirmed? That man Marco smoked that blunt before coming to Wano. That is true, man. Look, he's just chilling. He's like literally just enjoying this. And good on you, Marco. I went on my Marco rant before. Go back a couple of chapters, when Marco was being cool. Such a good addition to Wano, you know? And yeah, he seems very loopy in this arc. Like he's a bit tipsy or something like that. But hey, you gotta do it, huh? This might be the last battle of your life, Marco. I think he's fine. And of course, Kid and Law and Big Mom see this going down, so of course they're aware now this is happening. Great line here where Luffy says, "Come on, Momo, just open your eyes already." And Momo says, "I cannot, there's something stuck in them." And Luffy says, "That's because you keep smashing into things." Brilliant dynamic there. I love this. Funny, goofy. Yamato, back in her regular form now, out of her zone form. She's, facing down Kaido. She's saying, "I'm not done yet." And then out of nowhere, just a dragon floats in. Imagine being Kaido in this moment. Like you're just facing like your child in this epic battle, for the faith of Wano. You just see like a massive pink dragon, like swiveling up, like not even like proudly flying, just like floating up. Very funny. Momo and Luffy see Kaido and they go in for the attack, and we get a nice dual combo attack with Snake Man Luffy, haven't seen that in a while, and Yamato doing a nice little team up combo attack there. From what I remember, there's been a few moments like this where a potential new Straw Hat will do a combo attack with Luffy, so again, just more hints that Yamato will be joining our crew, so very cool. And Kaido getting blown back there. If I'm not mistaken, he seems like he went back into his regular form, like it's just his non-hybrid form. Why'd you do this? Because as we see pretty readily, he turns into his massive dragon form, aka the worst form, because he goes into this form when he wants to get jobbed, I guess. Well, not jobbed, but when he wants to get beaten, he goes into this form. And we finally get it. The two dragons facing off, the twin dragons, the Azure and the Peach dragon, Kaido and Momo, facing down each other.
Then I see you, you're walking across the campus, cool professor studying romances. How am I supposed to pretend?
This panel's so badass. I know Momo kind of has a meme face on him, but it's expected, And I think it is nice to see that Momo didn't instantly just gain courage. He is still struggling with that. And like I said, great dynamic Luffy and Momo, and good funny moments as well. And Luffy's just looking so cool here. This is so badass. It's like 10 years basically in the making since Punk Hazard happened, 9-10 years, and we had the moment where Momo flew Luffy out of the lab or whatever, and it's finally being paid off. I remember just thinking that like, oh my god, like this is a dragon comrade we have. One day he's going to be big and powerful and Luffy's going to ride him into battle, and it's happening here. Like, basically, this is what I had in my imagination way back then when I was reading Punk Hazard, and it's happened. It happened, baby. It got paid off, and that's the beautiful thing about One Piece. You stick with it long enough, you will get answers. You will get conclusions to these great arcs and these great characters. So, well done, Oda, in that regard. It certainly was satisfying. And, of course, just standard great dialogue here. Luffy saying, nothing you do is going to kill me. I'm the man who's going to be king of the pirates. And Momo, of course, like back a few chapters ago, exclaiming his name proudly, just like his father did. Kozuki Momonosuke, the man who will be Shogun of Wano. Very badass. We're getting a bit of confidence and courage from Momo here. It's all coming to a head, baby. Like, Momo, great character. Kaido, what a surprise, that little boy. But the world doesn't need two dragons. Very nice, Kaido, very badass. Let's see how this goes down in the next chapter, because like I said, speedrun. Oh god, we're 10 minutes in. Let's get to the next chapter and get through this shit. Okay, chapter 1026, The Pivotal Clash. Another great little cover page. Nami looking so cute here, like, come on. And she's dressing up stuff with Leo. Leo's there, and nice little sunflowers and lions and stuff. Hey, the sunny, am I right? Heyo. Chapter starts out, and we get to see Tenguyama and Otoko. And basically, we get to see the flower capital, and just a quick reminder that, yes, guys, it's going to be here soon. Like the Onigashima is going to land down soon, seemingly. We'll see how that goes. And we also get a little flashback with how Otama went to fight in this battle. So that was nice to see, I guess. Nice little simple scene. Yeah, very interesting about Tenguyama. I'm again on the Randy Troy train where I'm saying this is Odin's daddy, still alive, Momo's grandfather, Kozuki Sukiyaki, I believe his name was, the previous Shogun of Wano, because we never really seen him die or anything like that. Go watch Randy Troy's explanation. I basically agree with him. I basically agree with everything he says, because he's a smart man. And so we get a bit of an update around the place about this new dragon fighting and Yamato and Luffy's status, and Kaido's basically on site. He's saying, oh, screw this, bro, I'm taking you down real quick. He's a firing his laser. He does his blast breath thing, and Momo says, I can't do that shit. And he does a nice little circular dodge here, very cool. Not particularly elegant. Not bad, Momo. Let's see what else he can do. And of course, Momo, as we see here, still being a bit of a coward, which is expected. And, I do enjoy. We still get to see that tough love attitude from Luffy and Kaido. And Luffy goes in with a big punch, big elephant gun there, strikes down Kaido. And we see he whispered to Momo, bite Kaido and hold on, and Momo saying, I can't. But when it comes down to it, he has his flashback. He remembers his entire life, the entire struggle he went through, and his father dying, and his mother being beat by Kaido, I think, for a bit, and him being held up, and it all comes to a head in that very visceral kind of childlike rage which he still has, and he bites onto Kaido, and Kaido's face here, Kaido's fucking face, what is up with that, man? Kaido's struggling. I don't know how much damage this does, but god damn is it satisfying. I feel like Trunks in DBZ there. Hey oh, DBZA.
Now that might not have done a lot of damage, but damn did it feel good.
Kaido, I don't know how much that, it doesn't look like there's much damage, because Kaido's turning around and saying, boy, if you don't... And Momo's kind of freaking out, but he's looking, he's not bowing down, he's looking right into his eye and saying, you ruined my country. If it wasn't for you, my mother and father would still be alive. We get a nice little combo. Luffy drops a little punch on Kaido's face. Seems like it's advanced Conqueror's Hockey there, so nice to see that again. Luffy's still in base form, damn. Yeah, he turned Snake Man for a second there, but he went back, so we'll see. It's interesting because, it seemed like Gear 4 kind of drained Hockey. Like, he had to recover. Like, he could use it for 5 minutes and then he had to recover. So I'm not sure if base form is more effective for just, lashing in big Conqueror's Hockey attacks without draining it as fast. Maybe that's the case. But regardless, it's cool to see Luffy, of course, do a little punch here. And we briefly flash over to the Minks fighting their opponents, Jack and Perospero, and we see that because the dragons are in the sky, it brings around big clouds and darkness in the sky, and it actually covers up the moon, meaning the Minks are not in their Sulong form anymore. Oh god, they're struggling. Jack's looking vicious, Perospero with a big axe there. Things aren't looking good here. And then we get a great line. We flash back to Momo and Kaido and Luffy, and we get an excellent line here. Luffy shouts, that's an Emperor the Sea you just took a bite out of. Is there a single thing left in the world for you to be scared of? And Momo says, no, of course. And I love Yamato's reaction, just smiling like, this is who Luffy is, That's Luffy. He's a big brother, good guy, wise guy. He has a very high, kind of emotional maturity in some moments, so of course always nice to see that aspect of Luffy. And Luffy orders Momo to go down and hold up Onigashima. I think we all kind of thought this would come eventually. Great imagery, great symbolism in Momo lifting up Wano. Cannot wait to see that. He says, don't worry about Kaido, I guarantee you I'll win. And everyone's cheering here. Interestingly, Kid says, you better win. Damn, Kid, you fond of Luffy? You fond of Luffy? I see on Twitter some guys were not too impressed with that. I don't mind it. I think he's gained some respect for Luffy. And of course, he is occupied with another Yonko, so I mean, he has nothing to be, ashamed about or anything. So, Law's there, and Tama and Frankie. Frankie fucking yelling his head off. Gahaha, get him, Luffy. Gotta love Frankie, bro. He's out there. Number one big bro, Frankie. They go in with their big clash. And again, another great line here. Kaido saying, is there even a single chance you can beat me? And Luffy back at it again. As long as I'm alive, I have infinite chances. Go, Luffy. And they do a big clash there. Oh, it's epic. And as we see, the heavens split. Finally. For years in the manga, we have seen this motif of the heavens splitting, gods, natural enemies, conquerors, hockeys, all these great symbolic ideas coming to a head. We've seen Shanks and Whitebeard split the sky. We've seen Big Mom and Kaido do it. And finally, we are seeing our boy Luffy against the strongest person in the world split the heavens. The conqueror hockey zapping out with this This is just, oh, it's been a long time coming and we finally got it. And it's freaking cool, bro. I love this. Love this shit right here. And because of that clash, I really like this, the way it's set up. The sky is split and the moon is shown once again, allowing both Nekomamushi and Inuarashi to go back into their Sulong form and lay the smack down on Jack and Perospero. Odin one sword style. It doesn't look like the cat's using a sword, but I think his hand is meant to, be a sword or something. Feline frenzy slashes Perospero. Pew! Right out of there. Bye bye Perospero. And Canine Cleaver. Jack gets shot, I think in the dick. Is that? Oh my god, that's vicious. He's a dickhead anyway. So they win. Jack and Perospero seems pretty definitive. They are taken out. Fucking a Yonko commander is taken out here. Well, basically 2 Yonko commanders. Impressive. The cat and the dog right here. And Orochi shows up and says, "You're kidding me. There goes Jack. But I guess it's not my problem." So Orochi's still banging around. So I don't know. I wonder if he'll do anything. He's seemingly in the same vicinity as Inuarashi. Maybe he'll eat Inuarashi or something. Okay, the Momo shit, the Luffy shit, the Yamato shit. It was great. Gotta be honest, a bit let down in terms of the Minx fights there, because, it was, the Minx are cool, and I really like Neko and Inu, because I think they're the 2 scabbards who really have a greater role outside of just being, the red scabbards. They're the leaders of a nation, the leaders of a race. And they're powerful, and they have Sulong forms, and they're really cool. And on top of this, Jack is like, God, Jack is such an underwhelming character, like really, really poor character. I'm not a fan of his at all. And this was the opportunity for him to really, take a W, maybe kill Inuarashi or something like that, or just, fight in any way whatsoever. And we didn't get to see that. And I'm going to be honest now, the character moments that we had with Inu and Neko prior, Neko talking about Pedro and like, oh, take a drink up in heaven, and Inuarashi talking about like the guilt he felt as a scabbard and stuff. Good dialogue, good character moments, but where was the fight, my guy? Where was the actual combat? And you can say that's what the anime's for, but like, we shouldn't have to just rely on the anime. Like, come on, can we get a bit of fighting here and there? I think the worst part of this is, Jack and Inu, sure. Those guys are both kind of like brawlers. They can both just clash back and forth. But specifically with Nekomamushi and specifically Perospero, he has such a cool devil fruit. And we didn't get to see it here, like in its full potential. Like, he's just a wizard, conjurer kind of guy. And it's so cool. We see him have an axe, but we don't see him actually like fight. And there's so much potential for him. He did some cool attacks prior in the arc with the bow and arrow, but just a little bit let down, I feel like a page or two, a couple pages for just a bit of various combat. And it's one of these things where, like, because there's no, we've seen bits of clashes here and there, but because there's no memorable, like, set piece of these fights, no, like, memorable specific attack apart from that last one, like, the anime can't significantly, like, add much to this fight, with the exception of just, again, various clashes here and there, which is fine, but it's just a bit disappointing. I think Raizo and Fukurokuju had more like specific kind of attacks than this, and that's saying a lot. That fight's still going on. We'll probably get a conclusion to that soon. It's just Oda set up these fights, these encounters. Perospero, Jack, Inu, Neko, great characters that I really love. I really love all those characters apart from fucking Jack. But I really thought this would be Jack's moment, whatever. And he just really, I wasn't satisfied with it. I like the last attack there, very cool. I like the mechanic of like, the sky splitting, and of course the moon is present, so fucking go Sulong again and take him out. It was very cool. I just a little let down with that part at the end there. Could have been a better fight. But apart from that, Momo was cool, Luffy's cool, Yamato's cool, Kaido's cool. Cannot wait to see more of their dynamic going forward. So great 2 chapters here. This was a bit of a speed run, still 20 minutes long, but we got 2 chapters done. I think I'm going to leave it at that. And then I'm going to cover this week's chapter in a separate video, just for, hopefully I'll get back to making these reviews weekly or whatever. So good chapters. I'd give them a fucking 10 out of 10, baby. Maybe something, I don't know. Okay, bye.